my neighbours, good citizens all, I thank you for coming and heeding the call. Let's rally the people and bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm. This is the ground where the future was born. This here is Anvil and this is our home. Each song that we sing and each story we tell, each hero we name and each life that we sell, each breath and each beat of your heart is a beat of the drum. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Before 10 in the morning, we're barely alive. We're like ghosts, we're like spirits, and then coffee arrives. Then heroes awaken and stand by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. For the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may be down and may bake the world dry, but we stand by our neighbours and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my hall. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat of my heart and the heart of my song. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. So fill up your tankards and fill up your lungs. Leave no words unspoken and no song unsung. Make noise for your heroes, your kith and your kin. Sing out their names and the pride that they bring. Together we stand and divided we fall. And the future we write will be shaped by us all. Oh, we are the singers and we are the song of a story that's greater than more. Sing along. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears.
Hello, I don't know if you can hear me. There may be tech issues. There may not be. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm not allowed to know such things. Can we all hear me okay? First of all, that's a good place to start, I guess. I'm Steve, actually Dan. You know. So, we're back again. We've had... It is the forbidden knowledge of the OBS gods. Definitely. Hi, Tabby Ninja. I hope you're doing okay, my friend. So, we are back again. We're back on the streams. We're back talking about LARP. We have had Christmas. We have had our New Year. We have had the thing. I thought we had a guest tonight. No guest tonight. The guests are next Friday and to be determined. So we have got Jess from our adventuring party on YouTube. She does LT and she does a lot of chats with the talks about how to prep and things to do, and they're quite informative and they're really good. Then we've got Gina coming on. She has a channel where she does a lot of crafting. She plays in Dawn. We won't hold it against her. So she's coming on. So that's all good. How is the Steve? The Steve is tired, I must admit. The Steve has crashed a little bit. So I'm slowly picking myself up by talking bollocks. It's great. Thanks for the bits, Doug. Thank you so much, mate. So we're back onto this sort of layout. Have a bit. I wish I had a beer, mate. I really do. Right now, tangent. I was playing Sea of Thieves with Joe, and that's what we were both talking about towards the end. Steve.exe stopped working. Yeah, pretty much, Smo, to be honest. I would hydrate, but I've already finished my drink. So, but still, we're not here to try to do anything like that. We're just, I want to froth a little bit. I've been trying to think about what I could do tonight to try to get us all back into the spirit of things, into the moment, and look forward to being into a field. Considering we've got what's going on at the moment, we're all in lockdown, we are all talking about the vaccines and everything. So it's a case of what's going on. I mean, let's be honest, we're probably not going to get any one because they're rolling the vaccines out a lot slower. Saw the word keen in the title, had to jump on. I do not blame you, Rosie. I would have done the same thing. And then I would have seen it was me and gone, so, yeah, so we're hoping we're going to get that. So, I'd been talking to Helen and a couple of people about what I could do to bring some keen... I finished my drink, hun. I finished my drink already. So, I can't hydrate. So what I've decided would be good for us all to do is when they announce that people are allowed to get together in groups, or that do anything outside, like camping, you see where I'm going with this, we all meet. We find a camping site and we just do it, and we go and we get it done as quickly as possible. Hefty con in a field somewhere. I'm just hearing excuses to get another beer. You go get another beer. Go get another beer. You enjoy that beer. And I'll be over here without a beer. I want a beer. Can I send Lily off to get me beer? No, she's too young. Yeah, so I don't see it as a negative too much, but that's because I'm a new character. I think of as prep. Yeah, prep. It's. I mean, these are all very, very good points. I mean, I missed the field. I was having a chat with. Me and Smith were messaging the other day, and we were both just saying we need to be in a field. We need to do it. We're struggling at the moment. So I was thinking, what we'll do is when we can do any form of meet, we will just get something arranged. We'll find a field, we'll get it booked in, and we'll go. Done, planned, sorted, done. No in character stuff. If you want to turn up with kit, that's up to you. All I would say is bring a cloak, bring weapons. We can sit down around a fire, drink, talk, sing, eat, fight, and all meet each other, and it'll all break the ice, and it'll mean that your first event is going to be better because you'll know more people as well. Can't go back to uni until who knows when. Big route for the practical course students. LARP is much needed at this point. Yeah, Helen. How she was struggling because when they did the first lockdown, where she was coming to the end of her uni, she was doing biology, so she was very, very practical, and yeah, so a lot of stuff stopped there as well. So good for me because it meant she moved in. So positives. But yeah, so I think what we can do is that when they announce that things are being lowered a little bit, we can all go off. We can find a field. We can camp. We can fight. Yeah, that's the long plan Steve was playing. So, COVID is my fault because I was playing the long plan of getting Helen to move in. Steve Baker. So, yeah. So, there's lots of things that we can do. And we will. And we'll get more done. And we will we will meet and we'll do that, because I think if the events are going to get put off and we can get something arranged, you never know, we might be able to get 50 people there. Um, because uni hasn't been great, but would love to meet up in a field. Yeah, and we will do it. There's someone on Twitter, and she's an artist and she streams Nexus illustrations. She's really really talented. Her art is incredible. Um, she goes to Portsmouth University and she's been told not to come back, and they are still taking her rent out. They're still charging her for everything. So I think there's a petition going around or something to get the rent to be stopped, to get the government to step in. So yeah, like dogging, but with swords instead of swords. Yeah, exactly. So I think yeah, I think if there's any way that we can help people out with petitions and stuff, then we should do it. Because of Sam's Filkstream decided to get Ocarina, and I'm currently learning it, so I should bring it to Hefticon. That's awesome. That is awesome. Unis will be good. I hope to be somewhat decent by sometime in the new year. That's cool. Yeah, so I think that's something that we can do, and then we can sit down, froth, talk, build the keen up. We can do everything in a field. I wouldn't care. We'll have awnings, whatever, and we can all sit under it, have a load of fire pits going, and just be in a big group together. And I think it will be needed, and I think it will go down well. And I think, because I know I bloody need it, and I know there'll be a lot of people out there who'll need it as well. Get a fire going, get cooking, eating, and chill. Definitely. Definitely. Hefticon and chill. Oh my god. The big field takeover. Yeah. I think that's good. I think that will be the way of it, and I think it'll be really, really nice. Logistically, any thoughts? At the moment, nothing, mate. To be honest, we need to know what's gonna happen in like 5-6 weeks with lockdown. With them still rolling out the vaccines, they need to hit 2 million a week. We're nowhere near that. So there's short of it being in a field in England somewhere. Yeah, pretty much. That's literally it. There's loads of places. I think the New Forest might be an interesting one to go to. Would be fantastic to flex the social muscles again before the full-on experience of a first Empire event. Exactly. That's what I think. I think people who have any sort of anxiety or anything like that about meeting people, if they know that they're meeting the Hefty fam and it's just us, then we all go from there. So I won't really put it out to anyone else, because I think it would be good to just be us. Lots of new people, chatting, bit of singing. Obviously, I'll ask people like Pud, so Andy Ruddick, Justin, and that to come along as well, because they have been a very big part of the Hefty fam with everything they've done. So like Kit as well. Everyone, these are all people. How do people me no understand? Support network. Yeah, exactly. We've all been a support network to each other, but still. Anyway, let's see what happens with lockdown, and we can go on from there. Also, guess it puts names to faces. Although when we are there, it will be different names with same faces. Yes, yeah, it'll be an odd one, because I am imagining walking around and having people go, "Hi, Steve," and me looking at them going, "Who? Who are you? I don't know you." Oh, hi, Abby. How you doing? Gar and stuff. So yeah, so I think that'll be a good thing, and we can all do that, and we can all sit down in a field and meet and chat, and if socially distance if we need to be, and it would be good because if people are shielding to an extent, then we can get that sorted. I don't recognise me at the moment. No, this is true. Get sticky notes to write every different name we all go by. It would be nice to get in character in a lower pressure environment than E1 too. I know I'm a little worried about that. I to be honest, I would say we won't do anything in character. It'll be nice. The first pressure is meeting people and getting past that first hurdle of just sitting down, chatting, and just being comfortable around each other. I think that's a big thing. And then after that, you can have a little bit of some people can have a bit of a fight. You can ask questions. They'll be singing, and we can just sit down, massive barbecues, enjoy it, bit of drinking and late night and stuff like that. Do a Friday to Sunday, and we can just chill. So, is this the name tag is a shout though? Is it that? Yeah, if people want to wear name tags, then that's fine. I won't, because if you're watching this and you're in the FD fam, I really bloody well hope you know who I am. Don't you know I'm Steve? Oh yeah, because you're. No, I'm Steve. I'm Stevicus. So yeah, so what we're talking about, Abby, is when lockdown restrictions have been lowered a little bit, get a big meet up in a field. No plan, no real. Let's wait and see what happens when the restrictions have been lowered. We're just going to go. We found a field. We're going to go here and let's just do it now. And we'll just go. Couple of weeks notice. Hey there, Keeners. Hey, Dawn. So yeah, so that'll be a good thing. So when it came to talking like getting Keen up and stuff like that, I'm at a massive loss, because it's all been very stop start. We've done all the LARP streams to like give as much information as we can. We've done all of this. I want to do more. I always want to do more. Let's face it. I'm going to go back through the nations again on stream. So the first nation I'm going to touch on will be Varushka, for reasons that I haven't done them yet. So we're going to go through all of that. I am going to do a stream on death and how to deal with it and what to do. Positives, negatives, just how to deal with it. LARP Mummy is here. Oh, Dawn. Don't say it, and she's going to beat me. So I think there's potentially there is still stuff that we can do. So when it comes to Keen, I like to. I'm disowning you all. Who's that at the door? It's Death. Father. Sorry. Yeah. So IT Cardinal, but yeah. So I think what we'll do when it comes to Keen for me it all starts with films. It all starts with music, and it all starts with getting things going. So for me to get myself in the mood, it's a weird one, because the way I play my character, the way that everybody does their characters, is really odd. Some people will put on like unhand me priest. Some people will put on like classical music. I'll accept being referred to as Michel Visage. So some people listen to like classical music, and some people put on those sorts of things. Oh my god, if this computer was a human, I'd shoot it in the face. Drag Race reference. I don't watch Drag Race, I'm afraid. We need a hefty fam shanty. Yes, we do. That's a good idea. So, yeah. So a lot of people listen to like classical music. A lot of people do those sorts of things, or put on something like Ward Runner, High Lung. They'll watch Vikings. They'll watch those sorts of things. I'm really Lord of the Rings music as well. Will there be an owl dungeon tent? Yeah, that's called my tent. Ooh, ooh. My underground aviary. So, yeah, so I'm very different when it comes to it. So I could, because it's only me, so I'll share my experiences. I'll share what I know. I'll share what I do. Oh my god, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla song my mother told me is definitely going to get sung at Empire. My mother told me Sunday I will find. Yes, that is a great song. I do love that song. And me and Smith are working on it actually, so we have been doing that. Highlander is a good pre-Empire film. Princess Mononoke soundtrack. 300 I enjoy to watch, because It's a lot of good solo thing, and the soundtrack to 300 is fantastic. So good. Um, Assassin's Creed song, as if they didn't steal it from somewhere else. Yeah, I follow a channel on YouTube. It's literally called Viking Music, and that's where it's all from. So it's like even before like Valhalla, it was been sung on the Vikings TV series, and before that, it will be even older. So, um, Filksome Slayer. Didn't know that was in Assassin's Creed. Yep, yep. Yeah. So for me, it's 300. I like the music there. It's angry. It's angry music, and it gets you going. It gets the adrenaline pumping. So I really really like that. I like the fact that I can watch those. So the original passage is in an Edda, I believe, and is preceded by a kid getting smashed in the head with an axe by another kid, if I remember. Hang on, let me source myself. Awesome. That'd be good to know the actual source of that song. So yeah, so we get. So I sit down. I'll watch 300 because that'll get me, and that's like the angry music. I'll listen to bands like Mushroomhead, Slipknot, and things like that. Really, I like listening to the Code Orange, the angrier sphere of music, and then so that's the sort of music I like. But when it comes to, yeah, so 300 is a film. Then it gets into, and then I get into the weirder part because my characters are very one extreme to the other. Um, Today I watched a traditional Viking wedding. It was the first one in many years. It was so cool. Excellent. So I will also watch a film called Sleeper, which is a Woody Allen film where he plays a robot. Well, no, he doesn't play a robot. He plays someone who went in for a to have a wisdom tooth removed, and he ended up getting cryogenically frozen, and then unthawed like 500 years later, and it's just his event, what he gets up to, and it's so funny, but it's like Woody Allen has that. If you're able to ignore Woody Allen as a person, of which he is a dick, but ignore but enjoy his sense of humor in film, then you'll like it. But it's very very um, subtle and witty, and I'm not saying I'm subtle and witty because I'm really not, but it's just fun, and it's like he questions everything. He plays the fool really well. It is in Egil's saga from anywhere between 10th century and 13th century. Awesome. I'll have to have a look. And that's the one with the Orgasmatron. Yes, that's the one where he's everybody in the Orgasmatron. The Orgasmatron's the big machine, but there was that silver ball which also had a similar effect, and everyone at a party is sat around in a circle, and he's got the ball and he's there passing it to people, but because he's dressed up as a robot to hide from the police, excuse me, they don't think it's going to affect him. But of course, because he's actually a human, so this thing is turning him on a lot. So he's there passing it to people, and then immediately taking it back as he's enjoying it more. And he gives it to someone else, and it's like, nope, mine. And it's really worth a watch. I think I need to find a new way to get into character for Todd, because I normally method act to get into character. It would be a bit weird. Yeah, LARP, you can't. LARP's a bit odd like that. You have to be able to drop out of character fairly quickly if something goes on. So I would say don't method act with LARP. Just a little bit more laid back. That scene really amused me. It was a great scene, really really good scene. So yeah, so that's also one of the films that I'll watch as well. So it's like I'd watch a bit of House as well for Doctor House, because the sarcasm is incredible. Um, when it comes to the drug taking part of it, that's just me and Chris having fun. To be honest, we are just having a laugh. So I like to do that sort of things, but I love to hear stories from people. So when we're travelling up the hallucinogenics, yes. So when we're traveling up to the event, I like to just chat about what we're doing, what people are getting up to, what they want to do, and things like that. And that gets me going in the mood. I mean, I know I'll be watching all the many versions of King Arthur films. The best King Arthur film I've ever seen was Excalibur, the one. I think it's in the 80s, and it's just so good. Yeah, that's my favourite by an absolute mile. Gargoyles. Gargoyles? I don't understand that reference. But yeah, there's lots of the TV show. Oh, what, the cartoon? Wasn't that a cartoon? I believe that was a cartoon. Oh, best version of King Arthur. No, never watched that. Great show, amazing visuals in Excalibur. Yeah, 10th Kingdom was good. I'll have to have a look back at Gargoyles again because I do remember that. I remember seeing a cartoon. I guess it's personal opinion. My favourite is the cartoon one. Oh, the Sword in the Stone. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that is very, very good. Talking about event goals on the journey is a great way of finding a way into character. Yeah, definitely. It's really, really nice. I remember going up in the van with Kit, and we were just chatting about what we're doing, what our plans were, and it's like, oh, we need these people here so we can do this, this, and this. And then we got there, and it was like, yeah, their car's broken down. They're not coming anymore. They can't get here. And it's like, yeah, we need new plans. Yes, it was an amazing storyline in Gargoyles. I've been watching the series called The Vatican and the Bourgeois because priests. Oh yeah, you're High Guard, aren't you? Oh well. I need to redo High Guard actually. I need to get someone on to try to just chat about High Guard. I'll give Scott a call, see if he's about. Get him onto Natter. So, yeah, so there's that. And then the one thing I don't do when we're in the field and stuff is because you see people, they meet up, they go, it's a different part of it, but there's, just stuff in the beginning. So we're getting to the field, get everything set up, and I love it when the car parks up and you get out and it's that feeling of, and you're just looking around and it's that feeling of just seeing everybody. Everybody is setting up. Everybody is looking around at what's going on. Everybody is just like looking at everyone and just thinking, don't know who you are, but it's good to see you. It's that sort of thing. Probably going to watch The Witcher just for the Jaskier Bardic content to get hype. Yeah, that's a good shout, Gigi. So yeah, so I'll watch. So I love that when I get into the field, and then you see people like come around and stuff like that, and they see you, and they come walking over, and you get a hug, and you are like, oh, how you doing? How you doing? Even if you don't know them, you don't know them at all. I live to disappoint Steve. Well done. Congratulations, Mr. Highguard. You're doing well. Um, half in costume setup time is awesome. I don't get into kit until 20 minutes before time in. Even though I've planned to be in kit for about 5 hours beforehand, it takes me ages to get sorted for that. Because we're just sitting around chatting. Unless you're my mate Josh, in which case you're probably already drunk. Was it last time? Helen will have to correct me on this one. The last time we went, we were setting everything up, and by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, well, it was on the Thursday, in fairness, but by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he was already drunk. He was gone, and we had to send him back to his tent for a nap so he could sober up a bit. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing Josh again. He lives in Portsmouth, so he's currently tier 4. Well, he's in lockdown like everyone now, but so we really, really do struggle. What do you think the mood will be at the first event, whenever it will be? It's going to be emotional, man. I think it will be happy for lots of people, but I won't be surprised to see people crying. No, I won't be either. I think when people are actually in that field, everyone's going to be excited, a lot of excitement, and then we'll sit down and it'll be the realization we're finally here, things are going our way, and we can just, yeah. I think it will all be the sense of actually being able to relax in a field, and it will be emotional. There will be tears. There'll be happy tears. It'll be very, very happy tears. It'll be nice. I feel like I'm going to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get my friends ready come time in. Don't do that. Trust me, really, really don't do that. Sit back and just say, right, I'm going to go and get my kit on. It's time in 3 hours. That 3 hours will fly by, and then just then leave them to it. If at time in they are all in their tents getting their kit on, that's on them. That's not on you. Let them, as Dawn's just said, let them crack on. You enjoy your game. Let them fuck up the first hour of theirs, first hour of theirs by trying to get the kit on. You have fun. That's it. Go around, meet people, talk to people. If you're sat outside your tent on your own, then you're sat outside your tent on your own. You will get people come and talk to you. There'll be national meetings called and stuff. You'll get to enjoy all of that. So they've got no roleplay experience, so I've got to help them a bit. Oh yeah, help them when they've got their kit on. Let them get their kit on, and then when it's time in, and when they got their kit on, then let them come to you. Let them come to your house, tent, whatever it is. Let them do it that way. Don't lead them by the hand. Trust me on that one. Don't lead them by the hand, because it will just stress you out and it will get you down, and your game will nosedive for the first few hours because you're worrying about everything else. Let them get themselves sorted and then come to you when they're ready. Just do it like that, because then they can, from experience, they can come up to you in character in the field with their kit on and go, "Hi, I'm so and so." And you just go, "Excellent, right here we're doing this is what's going on, that's over there, that's over there, that's over there." That's their first icy interaction done, and it will go a lot smoother from there. Don't lead them by the hand immediately. Just let them come to you and go from there. So you'll find it a lot better. And it will run a lot smoother as well if their first interaction in the field is coming to you. Or, I mean, something else I suggested for people to do was to go to God, start off by God, and then walk into the field, and then find another player, doesn't matter, and ask them where Dawn is. So if you're a member of your house, rather, just have them walk in past God, because you've got High Guard on your left and Varushka on your right. Have them walk in and go into Varushka or something and go, "Hi, I'm new to Anvil. Where's Dawn?" And obviously they will then say, "It's over in that direction." And that's it. And it'll be great. Exactly. Hide and seek for my friends. Find the GG. So yeah, I mean, you got the find the GG. You got your pumpkin night as well. So there's lots of stuff that you can do, and it will give them an interaction. So I can't wait to go to a tea room or pub after time and then just soak it all in as a first timer. Yeah, they're great. Oh my god, Dawn, Loomies. Oh, Helen, Loomies. Fuck me, Loomies. I love Loomies. I need to go back to Loomies. My first time there was with Lisa, who was in Ashton Hall. Oh, that's giving me a sad. She's not playing Rose anymore. Oh, sad times. It's all, yeah. So she took me to Loomies for the first time just to say thank you for helping out a hall and stuff like that. And it was literally, she sat me down, she's like, "What do you want to drink?" And I was just like, "Well, I'm not really a big tea drinker." She's like, "Oh, do you want a beer?" And then you look at their menu, it's like, they've got so much. Loomies is amazing. I love it there. So yeah, definitely go to Loomies in Wintermark. So Rosie says new Navari players definitely go to the standing. New players are called into the middle at one point, and it's great to meet people off the bat. Yeah, definitely. A lot of nations as well have skirmishes for new players within the first hour of game. Something to think about there, because if you want to get involved in a scrap, going off on a new player skirmish very quickly, it's great fun. So much fun. I can't remember who it was I met. It was a brand new player, and I was in a skirmish. I buggered my back completely. I shouldn't have gone on the skirmish, basically. And I was there. I walked around, and there was a couple of people there who were very, I'm experienced, I'm going to go off and do this, this, and this. And they charged, and they came back, and they charged, and they came back, and then they charged, and one of them came back, and it was like, yeah, do what I've been telling you to do, please. And this new player then started to like basically start to shout, and then she started shouting at me, and then I started shouting back, and it was a lot of fun. It was a great. Oh, my camera's frozen. That's a great pose for me right there. Oh, that's a bit of lag, isn't it? How's the lag going for everybody else? Test, testy, test. Oh. Alright, let's turn my camera off and then back on. There we go. Hopefully that's sorted things. So she started having a go at me. So then I started shouting back. And then it realised that I was the sensible one. And then it was brilliant. It was great. I really enjoyed that. Bit of a slagging match, and it was awesome. A lot of fun there. And that was my first interaction with her. And I think she's watched a few streams as well, and she commented on it, and I was just... Yeah, it was really nice. So I'm looking forward to... I'm going to try to get on the new player skirmish as the person in Wintermark leading it. Because it's good to get people to do stuff. Because when you're in your first fight, she's not the one that punched me in the nose. No, I haven't actually seen her since. So I think she may have left the system. So it's really nice to do the skirmish, because when you first go into your skirmish and you're stood around chatting, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you get there and you're seeing the enemy orcs for the first time, or the Valorn, or the Husks, or anything like that for the first time. You're stood there, sword and board, and you're going, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then you're going, oh, yeah, that's them over there. I don't know if I want to go forward at all. I'm going to stand here with everybody else, because if I go and attack them, I might die. So your first skirmish or anything like that, you can say how much you're going to run off and get involved straight away from the start. You won't. You just won't. It doesn't happen. You'll want to see what everyone else is doing, because if there's 20 orcs walking towards you, and then you've got your group over here, and you go charging off on your own thinking everyone's going to follow you, you're dead. No one's going to follow you. You'll charge that line, they'll beat you up, they'll put you down, and they'll walk over you, and we won't be able to get to you. So it's about finding your feet and getting that first... Your first orc kill in character is something you will remember for a long time, because it's great. That adrenaline rush, it's a wonderful feeling. It really is. So you sit down and afterwards, and you go, and when people say, oh, how was your skirmish? How did it go? What happened? And you go, well, I did this. And then it's like, oh, okay. And then you start to tell a little story. You come out of it with stories. So I mean, it's like, I still remember my very first kill as Mac, and it was a lot of fun. It nearly killed me, but it was a lot of fun. I jumped through a bush. Yeah, how to start making a name for yourself. Kill your first orc. Exactly. Exactly. Come join a skirmish, go running out, do something awesome. So if your line goes forward, do that. Just make sure you don't walk backwards unless everyone else is. Pick someone up. Those are the sorts of things that make a name for yourself. Stupidity, leave that to the idiots. Leave that to like me. So there's lots of stuff like that. So I mean, like my first kill as Mac, there was it was like a big bug thing, and I jumped through a bush, and I landed on it, and the refs had to stop everything, and pick him up, and they just said, "Why did you do that?" And it was like, "Well, last time before I ran around, it was like 30 feet over and that way, so I ran around the bush and basically got hit, and it got moved all the way back. So then I just jumped through onto it. It didn't go down well. So they sort of moved me off to the side, and then just said, "Yeah, right, carry on." And I got chased by 2 orcs, and I got to turn around at that point because I was on my own, running towards a line of orcs. Is it right that you can't permanently die on a new player skirmish? Yes, yeah, you cannot die. It is before the new player skirmish is before time in. So technically, you are not in character. You will be able to fight, get a feel for it, and then if you get knocked down and technically die, I believe the refs say technically your character, if that was a proper fight, your character would be dead, but you're not in character, so off you go. So yeah, it's the tutorial level pretty much. So yeah, so my first orc kills were me fighting 2 orcs behind enemy lines that I had to run through because I'd done stupid things, and it's sort of stuck with me ever since. Make it a bad dream, pretty much. The new player skirmishes are there literally to show you what it's like to be in a fight. The skirmish crew, they don't go easy, but they go easier than they would after time in, and it's an education. Think of it like that. So if someone is in that new player skirmish and they're not pulling their blows and they're actually twatting people, then the refs will call you up on it quite quickly, and they'll say no, do this, and you learn from it. You will get pulled up on things by the refs because it just happens. It's what they're there for. Best advice I could give you there is listen to them, learn from it, and move on. So yeah. Do you know if the new skirmish is limited to first event, or can you do it on your 3rd event if it's going to be your first combat event? If you haven't done combat before, I would say go to the refs and say, "I've never done combat at Empire. I've never done LARP combat before. I'm going to do combat. Can I join this skirmish, please, so I can learn how to do it?" I cannot see them saying no if you're wanting to learn how to do something. I think it'll be fine. Yeah. So keen. Something I am really looking forward to is the Politics of the Throne that's coming up. I'll just have to remember I can't go for my gun when being charged like on the Wild West LARP. That'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to the throne politics. Mainly because I'm involved in it to an extent, not a huge extent, but I am involved in it. And all of the people going for it, I can think of, there's a lot of people who want the throne. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes, to see how they do it, how they approach people, because there's going to be a lot of new players at the next event. And I don't think people have taken into account having the new players back you vote for you, push for you, it's gonna sway things. I think it will upset the balance. I think it really will, and I'm looking forward to. I think the biggest place I can see it happening will be Dawn, because a lot of people are going into Dawn. So yeah, the new player unbalance. It was a big thing. It was like when everybody went off to join Wintermark, for example. It Wintermark became the third biggest LARP in the UK on its own. There's also a new player meetings where they explicitly go through the rules and how to do battles, etc. There's 2 meetings on the Friday before time in. For new players, they do meetings that cover everything. So be it down to talking, Senate, magic, fighting, conclave, religion. They do talks. The academy. They do talks to cover absolutely everything. So you could spend a lot of Friday in new player meetings as well. So it's all good. So yeah, so the throne is going to be really great. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everything pans out. I'm hoping I'm on the right side of it. Probably won't be. I don't know the likelihood of this happening, but at some point I want to try to make a new part of the game that's not downtime. I was thinking like a collector's thing, but for monstering. So if you needed a part of flesh from a creature, and you have to be escorted and protected while you have a set time to stay in the vicinity, the rest give you a small fizz rep. Well, you think what you're talking about, like monster hunting, something like that. So if you go off and you do something, that you get given something for doing something. I don't know the likelihood of this. Try making a new part of the game that's not downtime. I was thinking like a collector's thing, but for monstering. So if you needed a part of flesh from a creature, and you have to be... you'll have to explain that one to me, mate. I'm not understanding what you're saying. What you said there. Today Tom is making breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm very interested in how the throne plays out. Yeah, it's funny enough. I was thinking about it yesterday as well, and I was planning out things that I want to do and things like I want to see, things I want to experience, and like my end goal for Mac. I realised I don't really have one. I've got things I'd like for him to do. I've got things for how I'd like for him to die. The more dramatic, the better. So I have those sorts of ideas, and I'm sure when me and Chris are tired of playing Mac and Grim, we'll come up with a way of ending it, and it'll be interesting, and then I'll have to come back as something else. So not overly sure there. But yeah, the throne is a big thing at the moment. I've seen a lot of people talking about it. Liam says something like that, but it would make a game for the hunter and the escort team. So yeah, like monstering hunting, as like US. There are monster hunter quests. You do get skirmishes for monster hunters, but it isn't for one person and their escorts. It's like there's a pack of direwolves, or there's this huge these huge Valorn over there. There's a Drake or something like that, and the thing will go out to say, you need to hunt it and kill it. And you'll turn up with 15 people, and you will be asked to go off and have a scrap, basically. And then you'll kill it, and you'll come back, and you'll be able to tell the stories of how you hunted and killed a Drake, whatever, something like that. So you get that sort of thing anyway. So, yeah, I should be doing some relic hunting, methinks. Yeah, relic hunting is really cool, the Indiana Jones type, because that was, funnily enough, that's how mine and Helen's last event finished. We've got research to do on a couple of things within Summersuak. So we've got stuff to do, and I think it's going to be interesting. And obviously I've got the challenge the Iron Duke. I can't wait. Mike, I'd forgotten about the challenge the Iron Duke. Too much fun. Stug, I've accidentally somehow made a much more detailed backup character than my main will be. It happens. That's what always happens. I've been having to think about a League character and what I want to do, but I don't know how that's going to go. I need to have a chat with Smith about that. I still like the idea of a chef, so that's going to be quite interesting. Especially as I'm not going to cook anything in the field. Sounds like a drinking game. Challenge the Iron Duke. It really does. Yeah. Perhaps that should be something. I'm the biggest alcoholic in all of Anvil. I challenge the Iron Duke to a drinking contest. Man. I don't know how well that would go down, to be honest. League is my backup, but can't die too soon, as the armour I want is so very many dollary doos. When it comes to armour and kit and stuff like that, it's all expensive. It's all expensive. My first character, I'm wearing almost essentially the same kit that I did for him. So it's the same gambeson, it's the same tunic. Little bits have changed here and there. But it's, two very obviously different characters though. Kit looks similar, but the behaviours, the mannerisms, things change. So it's all good. When it comes to armour, I wouldn't worry too much. No one, if you die, no one is then going to expect for you to go out and replace 200 quid's worth of armour or 100 quid's worth of leather armour. And I think if anyone came up to you to say that's the same armour as your previous character, I think that's a bit out of order in my eyes. No one should be doing that. I think my perfect plate armour for League, but not all winter bikes only, right, and rather more than 200. Oof. Yeah, Alex's leather armour that he had made for Bron, it's probably the most beautiful armour I've seen in the Empire. It is stunning, and he spent a small fortune on that armour. He really, really did. Yeah. Oh, I'll have to ask if we do the camping thing. I'll see if Alex will be up for coming along as well. I'm sure he would. He's like me. He's chomping at the bit to get outside and do like, a bit of camping and see people, be a bit social, have a drink, play some games, sing some songs, and stuff. I really need to push on with my practicing the guitar as well. That's something else I'm quite keen for, because Justin got me a guitar for Christmas, and I've only had a practice on it a couple of times. I need to do a lot more because I would love to be able to sing in the field and play the guitar in the field, do something like that. So I'm my own worst enemy, unfortunately. It's the one thing that makes me want to hold fire on combat. Cheaper to make soft kit and make that look awesome. Yeah. The good thing about soft kit is that soft kit can change fairly easily to an extent. So set a goal to have a go on stream with guitar. Okay. 2027. You heard it here first. I will play the guitar on stream. We'll tie you down to learning. Yeah, I've got 6 years. Awesome. Yeah, so that's something else. I mean, I want to do a bit of. I want to be able to sing in the field as well. I realised the other day that I was actually, when I was doing the pirate thing, when I was playing Sea of Thieves with Abby and Rachel, I was actually singing on stream, and I was like, wasn't expecting that. Your next character, Wandering League Minstrel, like the rooster from Disney Robin Hood. See, I would love that, but I can't remember the songs. So, if you're spending significant money on kit, reuse what you can for every character, to be honest. No one can afford to buy an entire new kit every time. No, that's exactly it, Carl. That is exactly it. It's redo what you can. If you need some help with anything, then ask. It's what the Discord's here for. We've all been help. Everyone's been helping each other. It's been weird actually because since it's grown to such an extent, I've been involved less and less, and everyone else has been stepping in and helping everybody, being really really positive. It's been amazing. I suppose Sam was helping someone else who got a guitar for Christmas learn the basics. I'm sure I'd be happy to help. Oh, yeah, I will give him. I'll have to chuck him a message. Now I've got the theme stuck in my head. Do 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 do. A new helmet is the easiest way to make a character look totally different without changing anything else. Yeah, I'm quite lucky as well at the moment because obviously Mac, I have the really bad Irish accent going on. So being able to stop doing the accent for me when people come over and say hi and I'm not doing the accent, it changes everything. So it's going to be a bit odd. I think there's a couple of people in the field who, when I role play with, we start off fairly serious and then it just reverts to type. Oh, I'm getting that lag again. Right. Let's turn that off, turn that back on, see what goes on. Yeah. So yeah, so that's something else I've got there as well. But I mean, my accent drifts depending on alcohol tiredness. So I'm not even considering trying an accent. Unfortunately, you don't have to, mate. You don't have to. Accents are good. I really like them, but it's about finding the not being offensive or putting it to such a place where it's very obvious that you're not doing it. I mean, I'm quite lucky with Mac with the Irish accent. If people say, "Oh, you're just putting him out there as this drunken, violent person," if that's what you think, you don't know Mac. There's a lot more to him than that, and I look forward to people realizing this. So I've not touched my kit for like a year, and I looked at the last piece I finished recently and discovered I don't like it. I did exactly the same way. I did some changes to my armor. I painted some bits onto it, and I looked at it the other day, and I hate it. I hate what I've done so much. It's horrible. I had this wonderful idea in my head of I want to create this, and then I had a look at it, and it's like, oh, it's shit. It's terrible. It's the worst thing in the world ever. So I definitely feel you there, Smo. I definitely feel you on that one. Oh my god, I need to do so much work on my kit. Me and Abby are having a kit day next week to get progress sorted. What am I doing next week? What are the plans for next week? What are we doing stream-wise next week? Monday is going to be a... what's happened here? Things have happened. I foolishly got excited and brought a sword as first bit of kit. Need to look to sell it now as it doesn't fit my character choice now. Keep it. Keep the sword. Trust me. Keep the sword. Use it as a backup. Something like that. Really, really does. If you're determined to sell it, chuck it into the Discord as well. See if, because it might suit someone else. So that's worth it as well. So chuck it into the Discord kit thing. See if anyone else would be interested in it, or post something to say, I want to get rid of this. I'm looking to pick up this sort of style, and then you might be able to do a swap with someone or something like that. So there's lots of things you could do with it, but I would always recommend keeping a weapon, because it might not fit this character, but your next character, it might fit them. You never know. I just wanted to announce I've become a member of a chapter because this Discord connected me to people. The power of Hefty Fan is real. Ah, cool. Which chapter are you heading into? Let us know, Carl. Which chapter are you going into? That'd be interesting. Um, yeah. So next week, let's have a think quick. What are we doing? Um, Next week we'll on Monday. It's a game. I don't know what I'm doing yet. It was good to do with people. I might play a game on my own. I don't know yet. We'll talk about it over the weekend. We'll see what people want. Um, Wednesday. I don't think I have anything planned for the Wednesday. So LARP chat might do. We could do Varushka, or we could do a big kit making stream. Get people on the Cenotaph chapter. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. So we could do a kit making stream. We'll get people on while we're making stuff, chatting about it all. How does that sound? Sound good? Sound interesting? Might get everybody around making kit of an evening, and we can all just sit there and chat and make stuff. It will motivate me, that's for sure, because I've had a cloak that I haven't touched forever that I need to. It's all still not even been touched. And I've got some other bits that I need to do. I need to remake fucking everything. I really do. I may be doing sewing as well. Excellent. Yes, I need the motivation. I can ask Helen to see if she'll come on stream as well to do it. She might be cringing massively now I've mentioned that. As someone currently prepping to start craft streaming, I will hardly say no to a craft stream. Excellent. The Helen? Yes, the Helen. So, yeah, okay. I'll delay Varushka by a week, and next Wednesday we'll get stuff out for crafting, and we will do some crafting, and we'll do some little bits. We'll see if we can get people on. Potentially we can show some bits off, and yeah, okay, we'll do that. We will do that, and we'll go from there. It means I have to get my stuff out now and actually. Oh, I need more staples. Helen, remind me. I need to buy some staples when I make kit. The sewing I'm doing is Varushkan, so a 2-for-1. No, Steve, no. Yeah, afraid so. I will be getting some staples because I need to hold it all in place. We got super glue and I've got duct tape, so I'm pretty much there really when it comes to making kit. Yeah, I need to redo my. Really need to redo my war skirt massively. Duct tape, obviously the superior option, or you could not. No, staples help me massively. They really, really do. They're the best way for me making kit, I find, because I have absolutely zero talent when it comes to kit. So I'm making a load of lanterns. TVSCTR has now taken pity on the channel. Thank you for following, my man. That's awesome. Making a load of lanterns and booze to sell when the next event is. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No. It's not Vsauce. And yeah, I think you're just one of them, aren't you? Dan, you've been dying to do it. Thank you. I hope you feel fulfilled, Dan. I hope you feel better. Calm down, Peter Gabriel. Just wait for the electronic parts to arrive. Yeah. Yeah, the hammer has fallen. You'll have to let us know the Blue Frog. You'll have to put the lanterns in. I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but chuck the There we go. Now, Hammer to Fall is a Queen track. Yes, yes it is. Yeah, sorry, Blue Frog. Yeah, just chuck the lanterns into the Discord as well when you're doing them. I'm really interested in seeing them. Because lanterns are few and far between in the field, to be honest. But I have to say, Dan, well done, mate. You've been. I know you've been itching, and it was always going to happen at some point. So well done, mate. Thank you for doing that. As soon as I saw that name, I was just like, oh no, here we go. But still, doesn't matter. They've gone. Yeah. So I'll pop an image in the Discord later. I'll charge some V1 lanterns and do a photo shoot. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I think if we can get anything like that sorted, then that'll be great. Excuse me. I'd forgotten something big. Well, yeah, it is big for Hefty Fam. Hefty Fam, as a group, how would we feel about helping out a brewer, the best brewer in the field, and was it good for you? and helping out a brewer of the best cider in the field, and yes. So, 2 Feet Cider. I was having a conversation with Justin, and basically, I said I want to help him with his costs for it, and I said I can donate this, and this, and then he said it's only costs a certain amount, and I said, well, how would you feel if me and the Hefty Fam donated that cost? Got a bottle of that 2 Feet Cider. It is really good. And the hot bottled, yeah, Rob Willits's hot bottled rum is amazing. So I said to him, how would you feel if we covered the cost for you? Something line, I don't know. And he was quite happy with that. So essentially, I think it's about 35 quid would cover all of that. When we come to an event, if a few months beforehand people want to put something in, maybe help him pay for that, we can get a lot of cider for the Hefty Fam as well, and then it can all be sold off. Justin will be happy. He's that it's going into the field and people are helping with costs and stuff like that. He'll be really happy. So we'll have a look at doing that when we know when the next event is going to be. We can get a pool together, get that done, and hope we can maybe buy him some new equipment and stuff like that. That would be great, and we're helping. I will definitely be helping with that one. So yeah, so we can do that, and we can help that. So I think Justin would appreciate that too. So yeah, that's something for the future. Yeah. So I think, to be honest, I am gonna. I'm not. I can't stream for much longer. I've had a headache for about 3 days at the moment. So yeah, I'm not feeling great. 2 Feet Cider, not even tried it yet, but still, it's depends on the flavour. I love it all. I think Justin's really, really talented. Ibuprofen and Iron Brew. I've got ibuprofen. He could do sponsors, custom label on the bottles when a group sponsors that event's materials. That is a really good idea. I'll mention that to him. And we could make up some. We'd have to do it so it's in character. Hefty Yeti cider, because it's no, that's not even in character, is it really? I don't think a Yeti is a thing in character. We'll have to have a think about that one. We'll name it, and we'll see what Justin says, because obviously we get the labels done and we can get it all sorted for him and help out. It'll be nice, and I think people who put in will be given a bottle or 5. Who knows? We'll have to talk to Justin, see what he wants to do, but it'll be good. It'll be very, very good. Abominable cider. Well, no, it's still going to be called the 2 feet cider. I think it's just going to be sponsored by, and I think that'll work quite nicely. It'll be good. So still, so I think I'm going to call it there, everyone. Okay, I'm really sorry. I know I normally go on for a lot longer. Bound to be other groups that will help down the road too. The Hefty Brew. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I think like I could approach the Sea Wolves as well. About because I think all of these groups, if we're able to approach them to help with their costs a little bit, it's about we are we are actually putting back into the field here directly, aren't we? So, thank you, Joe. I'll also add I've changed the bits, so it puts the bits in the basket or it gets the hose again. I thought I'd put considering we spanked that last target, so I thought I'd put in a much bigger target this time round just to see what happens, and then go from there. It will be, yeah. I think I might wander into the shop and buy some beer. Let's get rid of this headache that way. Probably won't. I think there's a lot to do this year. My well documented PC problems hopefully should be sorted. My financial advisor, Helen, has advised that we are pretty good. That with what we've got, we're doing good. No, I'm not gonna. I think I don't want to ask for help with money for the PC. It's a me thing, so it's I think I'd feel better if I did it. I think I'd feel better if any money that was raised went towards helping what we're here to do, help people, and get things sorted. I think it's a pride thing. So, but I do love you all, and I love the fact that so many of you have offered to help and do things and give advice and stuff like that, and let me talk at you about things. So, yeah. So I am very grateful for it all. Yeah. So I'm gonna bugger off. I've done the things. The Patreons bit I've updated. I tried it last stream because I have a new Patreon, and I've tried to add their name to the list, but it didn't work. I've now fixed that, so that should work this time round. Yeah. So and on Friday we got Call of Cthulhu. So yeah, there's gonna be 6 of us on stream playing Call of Cthulhu, and I will try not to shoot John in the back again. So it should be good. We'll have a laugh. I mean, we'll try to keep all of that going. The LARP is still the main theme of the channel. I know I'm playing games now and we're doing tabletop. We are keeping everything going for LARP, basically. This is just trying to have fun as well. Get the community involved. Notice that when it comes to playing games and doing tabletop and stuff like that, I'm not going outside the community. We are sticking within the community for it all because it's better that way and we have more fun. So if people want to play tabletop games, computer games, anything like that, let me know. I'm seriously looking at Borderlands 3 on Monday for a go. So if you've got that, let me know. We will probably move back to Sea of Thieves at some point as well. So yeah, so there's lots of stuff that we're going to be doing, and we're going to have fun doing it all. Okay, but still, right. My head is throbbing. I'm going to go and take some painkillers, have a drink. I'm probably very dehydrated because I'm an idiot like that. The exit slide should work now, so hopefully that's all done. If you fancy being a Patreon, I think the bottom end is £1.20 a month. That's all. Or if you've got Amazon Prime, subscribe as well. That it all helps, and it all goes back in. Obviously, with what you hear me talking, it's like I don't spend it all. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Everyone, take care. Much love. Remember, we're all in lockdown. We're all in this together. If you are struggling, reach out. Touch base. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.
My friends, my neighbors,